days of celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Mark 20. Hey, watch the slant. He's coming. We got double up.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. And this is incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Hey, Gywu.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
I'm going back to you. Check 37, General. West. Exit. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Hey, let's get this.
2nd and 6. Able to shake him off. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. But now it's 3rd and goal.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On the draw play, Coleman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter.
And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
Oh, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big run there by Jones. 42 yards.
First down, Tampa Bay.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Cruz. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
We got to step it up. Check it out. 64, weak. 52's the mic. Right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
2nd and 4. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. And Lobo. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Got you. I got you. Hot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And Thomas has it. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw here. That's caught. It's Coleman. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's Charlie. Show teams Phil.
2nd and 1. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
I got you, Pop.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Back to throw now on first down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 8, 3. You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Let's go.
2nd and 5. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Come on, D. Hey, check.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 50, check 50. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check 43.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check, 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 check. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the seam 6. You ain't got nothing. What happened?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Mark 55. Go, go. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Bravo. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Drop deep, drop deep.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
On the return, it's Kamara. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 go on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 46 yards. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. After the penalty, it's Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed.
Here we go, D. Bud. Mike 20. I got it. Hey, Mike 20. Tighten up. Pull together.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their history. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
80 weapon. 80 weapon. High 7, let's go. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Thomas has got it. Complete. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
55, right there in the middle. 50. Yes! Check, 55. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Hold up. Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. He's got Cruz complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Watch the slant. Delta. 55.
They'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Mike. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brought down back at the 19-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Get him, boy. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 36 yards out. And Lutz's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, here we go. Mike 52, Mike 52. Set the tone, defense. Ready, go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Right there in the middle, 55. Check the out, check the out, check the out. Check, 55 to Mike. Check.
Back to throw. He finds Coleman. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check safety, check safety. Grace don't travel, Grace don't travel. Orbit. 52's the mic, bring it over there, right? 52's the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D, let's get that ball. Mike 52,
Now back to throw, and his throw is going to be incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
The pressure drops off as they look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Well, the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Now a first down carry by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Throwing now is Allen. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. On the delay, Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They'll go again to Jones. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. It'll be first and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come up on a first and goal and most likely 4 down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead.
He's checking. Crash. Hatch it. Check.
Now Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. On second and goal, Allen, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Switch.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's got his man Cruz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught by Coleman. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run it with Coleman, and he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Slow. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Double dog.
Back to throw here. This is Coleman with the ground. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Get him. Get him. Get him. New Mike 52. Ready, go.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go. 18 Gator. I can't believe they sing 6. Say. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Where's 52?
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Let's go. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike 55. Mike 55. Squish, double. Mike 55. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. He's got Smith here. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 32-yard line.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Bravo. Check right.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's complete to Cruz. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 55. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Alpha. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Hey, Mike 52. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's go.
Back to throw. Out of the right, this is Cruz. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Yo, 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 yo. Yo.
They'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go now. 50. Play. Haley. Mike 52, Mike 52. I don't even know why this team showed up. 52's the Mike, boys. 52. Check, 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 check. Delta. No, check that, check that. We want Mike ready, go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
To the air, Allen. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Second and long. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Third down and 16.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
He won't be ready. He won't be ready.
It's fourth down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
You bet. Box track. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. They put up their